It's time for the highly personal affair between the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. And as soon as the match begins, both men begin clobbering lumps out of one another. But Drew is too strong. He's overwhelming the underdog from the underground. But typically, Sami doesn't quit fighting as he evades a strike, then puts him into a corner. And he floors Drew with a haluva kick, but it sends him to the outside. Sami can't get the pin, although no one thinks that would get the job done as Drew gets up. So Sami decides to hit some classic Sami offense as he nails his patented dive to the outside. Although as he grabs Drew to put him back into the ring, McIntyre catches him with a brutal kick before going for the future shock DDT. And it connects. Sami is out. He may have a concussion, but Drew doesn't care as he hurls him into the ring and just waits for him to get up. And as soon as Sami does, Drew clocks him with a claymore. But he still isn't done as he goes back to the corner and just waits for Sami. Everyone is begging for Sami to stay down, but he refuses. He gets up, but as Drew runs at him, Sami counters and rolls him up. 1, 2, no! Sami almost had him, but that may be his last gas as Drew looks for a Glasgow kiss. However, Sami counters and hits a magnificent Blue Thunder powerbomb. Is Drew done? 1, 2, no! Drew stays in the match, but Sami knows what to do, as even though he can barely see straight, he puts Drew back into the corner, then lines him up for another haluva kick, but Drew counters, then unbelievably belly-to-belly Sami to the outside. But Sami knocked his head. If he didn't have a concussion before, he unfortunately more than likely does now. But Sami stirs. It's a hell of a gutsy performance by Sami, but it may be futile as Drew knocks him back down to the outside. Then he grabs him, puts him into the ring, and connects another claymore. Then Drew mercifully goes into the cover. 1, 2, no! Sami, just by the skin of his teeth, almost out of instinct, moves out of the cover. But he isn't kicking. It had to be on impulse, and that makes Drew furious. And in the madness, Drew decides to go in for the kill. As he begs for him to get up, he's pleading for it. Then he hits another claymore. Zayn is done, but Drew still isn't, as he starts beating the life out of Sami. It's becoming uncomfortable to watch. He can barely defend himself, for God's sake. He even gets busted open, but that still doesn't matter to Drew. He's gonna end Sami's career. That is until the referee calls for the bell. The match is ended by a referee stoppage. Drew has won, but he doesn't care. He's seeing as much red as he did at Bad Blood. Sami needs help, and help does indeed arrive. Jay's here, and Drew finally relents off of Sami before discarding the body. And then as Jay gets close to the ring, Drew hurls himself at Jay. He wants to end the bloodline once and for all, but Jay's fresh. He can put him over fight in comparison to Sami Zayn. However, Drew is still a monster. He's on another level entirely. He's completely dominating Jey Uso. There's no Jimmy due to his injury. Paul Heyman can't do anything except introduce the Tribal Chief. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I would like just one moment of your time, Drew McIntyre, before you beat down my fellow associates any further, because I know what you desire, I know it, and I have it. Your purpose for returning is here. The OTC is here, and Drew now has his target set, and so does Roman Reigns. Are they going to come to blows? Well, Drew hurt Roman's family, so of course they do. The war is on. A god is facing off against a titan, but the demigod isn't done fighting as Jay re-enters the battlefield as he assists Roman in fending off Drew. And with Drew backing off, Roman acknowledges Jay and thanks him, but he doesn't just do that as he goes towards the ring. He even tells Jay to follow because they're going to check on their fallen brethren. And with all three men united, and with Jimmy more than likely watching at home, Roman, with a tear in his eye, gives a monologue to his comrades. Jay, Sami, you didn't deserve this. You stuck your necks out for me. Hell, Jimmy's currently injured because he stuck his neck out for me. And when you needed help, I wasn't there in time. Jay, Sammy, Jimmy, if you're watching, I failed you. And I know what I have to do right now. I need to be the tribal chief of old again. I need to be the undisputed GOAT again. Then will we prosper as one. Then we won't be hurt like this, like what we have been again. But Jay claps back and says, "Nah, Uce, we don't want your old tyrannical ass back. We want our family to be one, like you said, and I sure as hell don't want you ruining everybody's lives for another half a decade. You need to do better. You need to realize you are a bad person, and you need to realize that you need to be an equal with us, just like you were at War Games. That was the only reason I joined, because I knew we were equals. But if you turn back to the old tribal chief again, that's gone. All your reforming, all your repent is gone. And if that does happen, I don't want any part of you in my life." Jay gives Roman the verbal smackdown, and Roman hesitantly responds, "You're right." And after a nod to both men, he walks to the back, and now we're even closer to Roman Reigns finally apologizing.